back and ended up in the hospital for 3 days. One time, since I've been married to my wife, we decided to walk around the mall. The doctor's like, it's good if you get exercise. Exercise is good for you. Well, the people in the mall decided they should sell perfume to the ladies, and they should actually walk outside their store and spray it so the ladies could smell it.
Right.
And so I ended up in ICU for a day, and then telemetry for 2 more days. So I was always concerned, what will set me off, and will it be severe enough that it could possibly end my life? So that was always a concern for myself, as well as my now wife and girlfriend and fiance, as we were going through the stages of what are we going to do that's going to kill Kenny? Is it going to turn into a South Park episode?
Okay, let me just ask you this. You guys talked about this because this was your options. What did you see your options as being? You were on the regular medications and everything, but how did you see your options? And I say this because I deal with kids that tell me if I can make it to 21, I've lived a long time, and they're talking about it from a violence, matrix, if you will. But yours is from a health matrix. I don't know what you expected in terms of your own longevity and everything. And she loved you, and she married you. But what options did you have medically that were available to you, and then did you find that your bronchothermoplastic was, how did that work?
So all along when I was having my asthma treated, it was always medication based. Let's add this medication on. This is a new controller medication that the FDA just approved. Let's try this. Let's try Xolair. Let's try everything there is. So I never really felt like I was ever getting better. I would just get good enough I didn't have to be in the hospital anymore. And then I relapsed and ended up in the hospital again. And so BT, like I said, was proposed by an allergist, and it's something that my wife and I both pursued. Luckily, she's a reference instruction librarian at a medical school, so she has access to resources to look up what the medical journals were saying about it. And I was lucky enough to also find a doctor at the University of Chicago, Dr. Hogarth, that's a real big patient advocate and pushed the insurance company over the edge. Now, I'll just add a little here, just so you know. So 18 months prior to the procedure, I was in, like I told you numerous times, the insurance company had been billed $258,000 just for hospital stays. They paid $203,000, and that was the only fact that convinced the insurance company to approve my procedure. When they figured out the financial impact, they did not care when my doctor described to them how to improve my quality of life and how to reduce all these other things. It was actually their financial impact that made them decide on it. So that's how I got BT approved, and good for everybody now is that it's been approved at multiple levels. There's procedure codes for it now and things, so it's a lot easier to get approved than when I went through it.
Give Kenny a big hand, everybody. I want to hit our lung association groups, and I'm looking at our doctors. And so to the groups, in terms of Felicia, Stacy, you guys have a lot of materials on like different procedures and things that are available to people that they can get, or do they get them, or what's the difficulty in getting that information out to people, having them connect? I was talking to someone here earlier. I said one of the things that I've learned in just trying to help people, you have to look at all of the emotional things and everything else that's happening in their lives before you can even get some light. You know what I mean? You have to get through all the darkness, if you will, just to get some light in there. But it doesn't help if you don't turn the light on at all.